Hello and a very warm welcome. Our focus is on the Border Security Force of India. So get ready to experience the arduous life of India's first line of defense, the BSF. So come along with me on this mesmerizing journey. BSF is an armed force of the Union as per the Gazette, designated as a Central Armed Police Force. The Border Security Force is an elite Central Police Force of India entrusted with security of Indo-Pakistan and Indo-Bangladesh borders. Raised on 1st of December 1965, after the Indo-Pakistan War, BSF is a unique force with distinctly defined wartime as well as peacetime roles and successfully proved its mettle in accomplishing every task assigned in times of war, peace and no war, no peace situation. BSF currently has 193 battalions, including 4 disaster management battalions, with a strength of more than 2.65 lakh brave men and women, ably supported by an artillery regiment, air and water wings, camel contingent, dog squads, commando units, communication setup, and robust training infrastructure, and very well equipped medical setup. BSF is the world's largest border guarding force, hailed as India's wall of defense. Border management has grown with the dynamic challenges around. Keeping pace has always been a challenging and daunting task, considering the versatile role of the force in the nation's security canvas. The introduction of new and advanced weaponry, gadgets and integration of latest and advanced technology in every field has been one-track focus of the BSF. Further, calibration and synchronization with the technology has also been the priority. Efforts have been made to display the assimilation of these in day-to-day activities.
मुझे मालूम है आप आपकी ड्यूटी करते वक्त दीपावली का दिया भी सरहद पर जलाते हो, होली बर्फीली पहाड़ों पर मनाते हो और छठ दुर्गम नदियों के पानी के अंदर बिताते हो, मगर आपका ये बलिदान इस देश को सुरक्षित करता है। और मैं आज आपको बताना चाहता हूं, जिस देश की सीमाएं सुरक्षित नहीं होती, वो देश कभी विकसित नहीं हो सकता, वो देश कभी समृद्ध नहीं हो सकता।
Till 1965, India's border with Pakistan was manned by the State Armed Police Battalion. On 9th of April 1965, Pakistan attacked Sardar Post, Charbet and Berabet in Kutch. This exposed the inadequacy of the State Armed Police Force to cope with armed aggression, due to which Government of India felt the need for a specialized, centrally controlled border security force which would be armed and trained to man the international border with Pakistan. As a result of the recommendations of the Committee of Secretaries, the Border Security Force came into existence on 1st of December 1965 with K.F. Rustamji as the first chief and founding father. In addition to border guarding duties along the international boundary with both Pakistan and Bangladesh, BSF is also deployed on the line of control alongside Indian Army. Further, BSF is extensively deployed for internal security and counter-insurgency duties all over the country since its raising in 1965. In March 1990, BSF was inducted for counter-insurgency operations in Jammu and Kashmir. The force remained engaged in anti-militancy operations during the most difficult phase of insurgency from 1990 to 2005 and neutralized a large number of militants and successfully apprehended more than 11,000 militants apart from surrender of more than 1,000 militants. BSF has also carved out an elevated niche among the security establishments of the nation in internal security. counterinsurgency and anti-Naxal operations through its dedication and unflinching professionalism. Over the years, 1,968 personnel have laid down their lives in the line of their sacred duty of upholding the sovereignty and integrity of our motherland. Every year, BSF contributes a number of troops for services in UN missions as mandated by India and commitments to international peacekeeping. The world's largest border-guarding force is marching ahead by equipping itself with modern resources while keeping pace with changing times and technology. BSF has defended our borders with courage and hard work, earning not only laurels but also the faith and cooperation of border population. The BSF has contributed immensely to the restoration of peace and normalcy in Northeast, initially in the state of Mizoram and later in Nagaland, Manipur and other states. In fact, the history of BSF battalions deployed in Kashmir during the militancy years is a saga of valor, sacrifice and relentless quest for professional excellence. The continuous successes which came the BSF's way are the result of sustained efforts coupled with robust and fine-tuned intelligence, which had its wings spread all over. The BSF refined its strategy from killing sporadic militants to put more stress on targeted killings on the commanders and leaders, which resulted in swift elimination of top hierarchy of almost all the militant outfits. The success to BSF didn't come without a price. The BSF had to sacrifice thousands of its men and officers.
In the last 10 years, if you look at the figures of infiltration and terrorist incidents in the valley and in the rest of the country, there are, a lot of solace can be drawn from that, because they have drastically come down, the infiltration as well as the number of incidents, because the basic route of terrorist incidents starts from across the border. When we bring down the infiltration, obviously the security climate in the country improves, and that is what BSF has done. All other forces have contributed too, but this is a specific area in which BSF is charged with the responsibility, and they've discharged it very well.
There is no border fencing on the marshland that acts as an international boundary between Gujarat and Pakistan's Sindh province. The BSF personnel who guard the 85-long Creek coastline use all-terrain vehicles, ones that function like boats in water, and deploy Creek crocodile commandos specially trained for patrolling the difficult-to-maneuver place. BSF patrol moves in a marshy area of Run of Kutch along the India-Pakistan border. The area comes with its own problems such as poisonous snakes and quicksands. There have been incidents of animals having got trapped in quicksands in the past. Keeping this in mind, the BSF personnel look out for each other, especially when the darkness descends in the area. BSF personnel are armed with rifles on alert at the Run of Kutch. The region during summers witnesses extremely high temperatures, and with little vegetation for miles around, there is no running for any shelter. BSF mans our borders and fights all the hostilities to keep the enemy at bay. Let's see how they're trained to function in any situation, in any terrain, from snow-clad mountains to deserts to creeks to Sundarbans. BSF personnel also undergo rigorous training to prepare them for their duties. The type and duration of training depends on the role and responsibilities of the personnel. The basic training course is conducted at various BSF training centers across the country. The duration of the training depends on the role and the rank of the personnel. During the training, trainees are trained in various aspects of border guarding, including physical fitness, weapon handling, marksmanship, map reading, patrolling, and intelligence gathering. The BSF personnel also undergo specialized training in their respective fields. The BSF provides training to its personnel in specialized skills such as combat diving, para-jumping, mountaineering, depending on the roles and requirements. Overall, the BSF personnel undergo extensive and comprehensive training to equip them with the skills and knowledge necessary for bodyguarding and maintaining national security. The task entrusted and performed by women in BSF is at par with the male counterparts. In fact, they perform all operational, security and intelligence-related tasks with equal elan. Ultimately, you're treated according to the stars on your shoulder, not as a man, not as a woman, and not as a girl. The BSF, the world's largest border force, since long has been inducting women Praharis. This step is not only a reflection of societal progress, but also highlights the growing recognition of women's capabilities and contributions. The induction not only fosters gender equality, but also promotes a more diverse and inclusive environment. Furthermore, gender diversity nurtures a culture of mutual respect, breaking down stereotypes and challenging preconceived notions about women's roles in the combat forces. It sends a powerful message on competence and dedication regardless of gender.
मैं महिला कांस्टेबल गुंजन कुमारी, मैं 2020 में पुंछ में पोस्टेड थी, जो कि भारत और पाकिस्तान का बॉर्डर है। वहाँ पे एनी टाइम फायरिंग होता है, लेकिन हमारे ट्रेनिंग में हमें इतना सख्त और इतना अच्छा ट्रेनिंग दिया जाता है कि चाहे गोली आए, चाहे तूफान आए, चाहे कुछ भी हो, हम वहाँ पे डट के खड़े रहते हैं और अपने सीमा का सुरक्षा करते हैं।
जय हिंद। मैं महिला कांस्टेबल नीतू रानी, मैं राजस्थान बॉर्डर जैसलमेर में सन 2021 से सन 2022 के लास्ट तक रही हूँ। उधर गर्मी काफी पड़ती है। गर्मियों में इतना रेत गर्म रहता है और ठंड में बहुत ठंड रहती है, और हमें ट्रेनिंग में इतना माइंडली और फिजिकली इतना स्ट्रॉन्ग बना दिया जाता है कि कितना भी ठंड पड़े, कितना आंधी तूफान कुछ भी हो, हम डटकर अपनी सीमा पे तैनात खड़े रहते हैं।
The contribution of Border Security Force in the Bangladesh Liberation War and Kargil War is remarkable and will be deeply etched in our minds for all times to come. The BSF was involved in the liberation struggle in the northeast part of East Bengal from the beginning. On the operational side, the BSF units arranged the guerrilla parties and guided them to their objectives, provided free support for their raids, and even went inside enemy territory to extricate them. The BSF personnel, working along with the Bengali freedom fighters, penetrated deep into the enemy territory, disrupted communications by blowing up important bridges and railway tracks. Operationally demanding because ever since Sheikh Mujibur Rahman's historic proclamation of independence in March 1971, conditions had worsened in East Bengal, now Bangladesh, thus exposing BSF personnel to fallout of mass ethnic cleansing that had begun. During this time, the BSF was pushed both literally and figuratively to commitments that demanded them to go beyond their charter while maintaining the highest standards of military professionalism. The BSF launched several clandestine operations in East Pakistan from its posts in Assam, Meghalaya, Tripura and West Bengal to aid the Mukti Forge. This success was not without its price, and BSF lost numerous brave men and officers in these operations. The BSF played an important role in the Kargil War by informing the army about the intrusions at the Zozila Pass in March 1999. The role of BSF is immense in securing back our captured peaks in July 1999. An extremely important contribution by BSF was by its intelligence branch that utilized the excellent network of sources to obtain and process advanced information about enemy activities in the area. The immense contribution of BSF intelligence effort thus had a vital role in facilitating better conduct of operations to evict the intruders. BSF is the only force of the nation with a distinctively defined wartime as well as peacetime role. The force has successfully proved its mettle in accomplishing every task assigned to it in times of war and peace situation while ensuring peace and tranquility on the borders. The troops deployed in the most challenging terrain, remote locations, serve as the guardians of our borders and form the backbone of our security. The country also pays homage to more than 1,900 brave hearts for their supreme sacrifice and valor in the line of duty. In 2023 alone, total 14 BSF personnel have laid down their lives by protecting the sanctity and sovereignty of our nation. Till date, BSF personnel have been awarded with 1 Mahavir Chakra, 13 Veer Chakra, 6 Kirti Chakra and 13 Shaurya Chakra, also 56 Sena Medal. BSF truly exemplifies fortitude and impeccable service to our nation.
My vision is that we ensure zero infiltration, zero terrorist incidents, and absolutely secure India and happy BSF personnel.
Well, viewers, that's all we have for you in this edition of National Security. With video editor Rohit Chandok, camera persons DK Pandey and Saroj Das, and camera assistants Kaushal and Lal Mohar, and Kriti Mishra signing off for Sunset Television.